Welcome students to class 11 English classes conducted by your English teacher Monica Kaur. Before I start with Hornbill, I would like to request you all to like and subscribe my channel. The Laburnum Top Poem Part 2. Welcome back students once again in class 11 English part 2 of Hornbill poem The Laburnum Top written by Ted Hutchins. Today in this video I am going to discuss with you the 3 paragraphs that paraphrasing of this poem stanzas as well the relatable poetic devices as well as the relatable vocabulary plus symbols that is to be discussed in this poem. So students, without wasting the time, let's start. As I told you in my last video that this poem is really very well written by Ted Hutchins, which actually tells human beings to face the problems rather than surrendering in front of it, because every opportunity is not at all a fruitful opportunity, and every opportunity would not give you benefit. But yes, if you work hard again and again, so for sure you are going to succeed, because our life lives on 2 pillars, that is success and failure. So we have to go on with both the things together. Okay, so let's start students. First of all, the summary of this, the paraphrasing of this poem. So the first paragraph, students, tells us about the miserable condition of of the tree in the autumn season. Okay, so students, here the poet had very beautifully tells us that laburnum tree, which is in characteristic poisonous, as well as because of autumn season, its all seeds have fallen, its all flowers have fallen, even yellow leaves also have fallen. Here students, one in the second line only, there is a word called yellowing. So students, here yellowing actually here symbolizes the silence as well as the death of the beauty because of that autumn season. Okay, then in the third line students, there is one more that color yellow, one more word is there in third line, that is yellowing, and there it refers to the color of the leaves as well as what the color of the sunlight as well. Okay, because it was September afternoon and sunlight was very much onto its peak, so its yellow light was really very much heatful and the leftover leaves were about to fall on. Okay, now the second paragraph tells us the rejuvenation of the life of the tree after coming of Goldfinch with her young ones. Okay, now the first line tells us that Goldfinch, a very small singing yellow color, that yellow feathered that singing bird. Okay, now it tells us that suddenly and uninvitedly Goldfinch came to the that laburnum tree and started making a sound, and its sound made the dead tree again into the life. Okay, and then suddenly it stopped onto the one of the branch, that is onto the top of the that tree. Okay, because why he chose why sorry she chose the top firstly. So this thing students, because that top was so top that no other that a bird or any other animal would going to harm her. Okay, and top also, because on the top of that laburnum tree there were a quite thick and dense leaves were there, where she could make a yellow leaves were there, where she could make her nest. And because of her color yellow, she was not able to be that seen by any of that hunter. Okay. And secondly, but students, she was really very much alert. So here that poet has used that her alertness with the alertness of lizard. As lizard feels something or some kind of the movement, suddenly it changed chameleon, it changed its color the same way else. She was very much alert. She was actually first of all invigilating whole top of that trees, that branch, and then she would decide whether she wanted a place or not over there. Okay. But when she was sure, she that then settled down with her young ones onto the top level of that laburnum tree. Okay, then the tree was in a celebration mood, because it was not only finch or that voice that was making it vibrant, but its young one's voice. Now, here the poet had compared the young one's voice with a machine, never stoppable machine. Means they started on, and it was so much voice that suddenly that energy and the life of tree was being there, and it was an excited type of the movement for that lifeless tree. Okay. And then whole of the tree was now shaking, whole of the tree was now trembling. And after filling up or after feeding her that young ones and playing with them slowly and slowly, now she has to move away from that branch to get back with the another responsibility to feed them again. So now it was a time for Goldfinch to go back to the sky to gather another part of the fodder for her young ones. Okay. And then slowly and slowly she again moved to the end of the branch, and then she flew away only by showing her barred face. Now, what is the barred face? Students, goldfinch is different from any other small and singing bird. Although she has a proper yellow skin, a yellow that platform, a yellow whole of the that body, but her face has a very different distinct mark of yellow and black. She has a black and yellow face marks that made her totally different from the other birds. Only her face was visible when she was going out to the sky, and not even a thing that her body was visible. Because why? Because she herself was yellow in color. Okay. And then she went away, not with a loud sound, but with a very strange, here is a word, array. Airy means strange and frightening. So she made a sound that was soft, that was low pitched, but it's a type of a warning to means that a kind of a signal to her that kids or to her young ones that now she is leaving and they should be there inside the nest. Okay. Then the third paragraph shows that when Goldfinch left the tree, again that tree became silent and covered with that normal situation of it, when there were no sounds or there were no even a little bit of the voice was there. After Goldfinch left, even that young ones might have been slept, or they had got the signal from their mother that they should not chit chat or chirrup, okay, without her, because of that, for their security. And suddenly whole of the environment was again subsidize. And here it means what? That the tree comes to its normal condition, and the normal condition was silence. Here again, the poet has told us what? That in the starting of the poem we learned it, that laburnum tree was covered with silence. After Goldfinch left, he again it again muted, and it was covered with that silence again, but with the hope of getting that life again. Here laburnum top is the actually a proper kind of an what you say, an opportunity or the symbol of hope and life. Whereas goldfinch is the symbol of that energy. Okay, so means when these two were there, so they had a mutual benefit with each other. How it is? Like, due to the characteristic of that laburnum tree, because it was poisonous, so somewhere else goldfinch was clear that she got a security for her as well as for her young one's life. And there laburnum tree got this thing from goldfinch, the life that that was not at all that without sound, but it was with the sound, and whole of the rejuvenation of the life was there through the that goldfinch. I hope students you got it, the summary. Okay, so let's go on with the vocabulary. The first word is startlement. Startlement means showing sudden shock. Okay, so how you will make the sentence out of it? Goldfinch came there, and startlement of life and became the life of that laburnum tree. Okay, startlement, life of laburnum tree. Okay, next is stokes. Stokes means to feed. Goldfinch stokes her young ones before leaving for her next further arrangement of fodders. Okay, students, here I already told you that yellow. Here yellow color is very much used because laburnum top in reality, although it's a poisonous, but its seeds is poisonous, but the seeds gave a very beautiful yellow flowers with the yellow leaves, and it looks so beautiful. It fall down, it's really very much beautiful, that tree. Okay, so here yellow is the symbol in this poem that is being used, and that yellow symbol is not only being used to show that leaves, the sunlight of flowers, but it is a beautification that is being told to us through this poem, that everything in this world has their own beauty, even if it has a negative or a very bad point or characteristic in it. Although that laburnum tree was poisonous, okay, but it was very beautiful because of that yellow flowers, leaves, and with that, even although it was bared, but still that because of that sunlight, its leaves were giving that beautification. And yellow is also being used for the sunlight. Okay, and then yellow is also being used to show us the beautification of the energy or the life of the laburnum tree, and that was goldfinch, because goldfinch itself was a yellow small singing bird. Okay, students. Now, students, the main point of that this poem is only this thing, that we must go on with our hardships. We should not surrender at any of the cost. Okay, and one more thing, let's talk about poetic devices. Students, there are a lot of poetic devices. The first poetic device is alliteration. And this alliteration is there in the first paragraph. Second line, that is September sunlight. Okay. Now, alliteration is there in paragraph 2, second line, and that is a suddenness, a startlement. Okay. Again, alliteration is there in the second paragraph only, where it is the whole tree trembles. T T. Okay. Then it is there also in the last paragraph, first line. Alliteration is there in whistle, chirrup, whisperings. Okay. And now next is simile. You all know what is simile, where we compare the one characteristic with the other. Here in the second paragraph, simile is being used by poet by showing the alertness of goldfinch with the alertness of lizard. So here then sleek as a lizard. Here it is simile. Next is metaphor. Metaphor is in that paragraph number 2. A machine starts up chitterings. Now here a machine, that the voice of the machine is being compared with the voice of the young ones. Chittering means voices, sounds, their chirrups, their small voices were being, and that unblocked voices, that is called chitterings. Okay. Now next metaphor is being used in the engine of her family, as engine gives the energy, takes all the responsibilities to be there for all the boogies to travel properly. Here goldfinch was what, the engine of her family, not only to protect them but to feed them and to look on them. Okay, so that's why metaphor. Fine. Now next is her barred face identity mask. Now it's being compared with a bard, means proper, totally distinct quality that the birds usually don't have. A marks on her face made goldfinch a little bit different from the other ones. Okay. Now next is personification. Now here we are comparing two characteristics with living beings characteristic with non-living tree, that is laburnum tree. Okay. Now what are those? Here it is, the whole tree trembles and thrills. Now tremble means to shake, thrills means, my god, excited, isn't it? So how come tree get that trembles, shaking or excitement? It's a part of a human being, but we are showing here, means in the laburnum tree, when goldfinch comes there. So here we are using personification. I hope students, you people have understood that much of the video today. I will be coming back soon with my next video. Students, what you have to do? Yes, you have to what? What you have to do? Like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, and also ring the bell icon for the further notifications. Bye bye for now. Take good care of yourselves, everyone. These are the 3 questions from the summarized stanzas of the poem as an assignment.